Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know I've been gone for months and I just had a lot. When I say a lot, like it's been one hell of a year. I know it's been like that for everyone, but some people have it worse or had it worse. I know I was like one of those people, and it's taken a lot from me or in me to just make this video because I'm not really, I don't really like my business out there. I'm very protective of my like peace and my sanity and, you know, things that happen to me internally. So yeah, that's most of the reason why I've been MIA, because I was trying to work on myself and just deal with what I've been going through. And gosh, I don't really do this. I don't really like to put my business out there, but I'm going to try without crying. Okay, so if the biggest thing that happened this year was losing my mom. And a lot of people know, and a lot of people don't know because sorry. As you can see, I'm not over it, and okay, let's lost my queen on the 16th of April of this year, and obviously my whole life just ended right there. My heart is definitely broken and my world is just like upside down, and it's going to be for a long time because it's terrible. And my mom was a very recognized person in the community where we live, so a lot of people knew, like a lot of people, even people that I did not expect to reach out did. It was just like a big crazy news that time, and when it happened I was in shock. I didn't believe it. I don't want to believe it. Even up to now, I don't want to believe it. I haven't accepted it yet. I feel like that's why I've just been how I've been, because I just don't know how to deal with that. And a lot of people, if you don't know, my mom was like my best friend. She was literally my heart, my body, my soul, my everything. She was like my soulmate. And for her not to be here with me anymore, it's so hard going from doing everything with her, talking to her every day, laughing, going out to eat, the simple things, to not being able to do that anymore. It's very, very hard for me because that's all I knew. She was like my mom, my dad, my sister, my best friend. Like, she was literally everything in one. So her not being here, I didn't know how to cope, and I still don't know how to cope. As you can see, I went into hiding because I didn't know what else to do. And I just wanted to clarify, you know, something, because I know that when this happened, I went into hiding because I didn't know how to deal and cope with what happened, and I was getting a lot of backlash and like uncalled things said about me because I wasn't ready to talk to people and things like that. And I just want to put it out there that when you lose anyone, especially your mother, losing a mother is like, to me, that's the worst thing that anyone can ever go through, because a mother's love is so deep and the bond is just so deep that when you lose that person, that the person needs time to heal. And for people to say, oh, why isn't she picking up, why, oh, she's terrible, I'm not gonna call her anymore, like, that's very, very insensitive and very, very immature for anyone to really think that way, knowing that, okay, this young girl just lost her whole life and the only thing you can think of is to get mad because they're grieving the only way that they know. To me, that's just ridiculous. And I just want to put it out there that there is nothing wrong with having space. There is nothing wrong with grieving the way you know how to. Don't let any other person force you into doing something that you're not comfortable doing, especially when you are still in that grieving mode. And a lot of that happened to me when I, just a week after I got the sad news, and I'm like, I'm only one person, I'm only human. You can't expect me to pick up my phone and act like everything's okay. No, everything is not okay, and everything will never be okay. So thank you for those people who respected my time and my space and just understood and knew that I needed time. And for those who didn't and had things to say, oh well, I'm not sorry, and I won't change for anybody, because that's just me and that's how I choose to grieve. And you can either respect it or you can't. No one can really understand that pain and that void until it happens to you. And I'm not wishing that on anybody, because I wouldn't wish that on my enemy, because that feeling is just so terrible. Feeling alone and lost, though you have family members, but you still feel it. Like, it's just one of those things that you can explain. And so back to that, I was angry. I had so much emotions, angry and sad and hopeless. Like, it was just so bad. Like, I didn't eat for weeks because at a point I just didn't even want to live. Like, I was like, what am I living for? Like, I did everything for my queen. Like, she was the reason why I even did have things I did. I just wanted to make her so happy and proud. And every day up and knowing that she's no more and I can't hear her voice and I can't talk to her and do things that we normally did, that was very, very depressing. So I was angry a lot about life, and thank God for my siblings. Really, really tough months for me. I didn't work for like 3 months. I just couldn't get that zeal to just do anything in life. I just felt like life was meaningless because she wasn't there anymore. And it took me a while to get off those feelings and those thoughts, but it's very scary. I just needed some type of guidance, some type of control, because I was out of control. And my siblings were there every step of the way to make sure that I didn't go crazy. I didn't leave my room. I locked myself up in my room all day. I just sat in the dark and cried. I was so mad at God. I was like, why did he let that happen? Like, why? you know, because I'm very spiritual. And this happened around Easter time, and I was doing my 40 days of fasting, and I prayed extra, I fasted extra, I did everything extra just so I could get good news at the end, because I believe in prayers, I believe in fasting. I believe that once you set your mind on something and you fast and pray, you dedicate it to it, God will answer it. So, and when it didn't come through, I was so angry, I was so mad. I was like, why would he let that happen after all I've done? Like, you know, I was so mad. I did not want to think of God, I didn't want to think of prayers. I just, I was just so mad, I was disappointed, all emotions. That's how I felt. And it took me a while to finally like get over that and get back to praying. Because I think that was also reasons why I had such a hard time coping and dealing, because I wasn't praying. And you need prayers to get through this, no matter how mad you can be. Prayers was what helped me. Though I was mad and I didn't want it, when I started accepting it back into my life, I seen a big change. And I seen it really does something to you. When I wasn't praying and I was mad at God and I didn't want to think of anything or hear anything like religious wise, I was so lost. I don't even know, like I wasn't me. Like, prayer kept me sane. So when I didn't have that, you can just imagine how I felt. And then when I got it back, I can be better, but I'm doing so much better than how I was before. My mom was a very loved and respected, recognizable person in the community, so I understand how a lot of people heard about it and they were very, very hurt about it. But them reaching out to me without me even dealing with it myself, it was very, very hard for me to deal with. I just I went crazy. I just blacked out. I didn't know how to process what happened, and then everyone in my ear, it was just too much. And when you go through something like this, please find your sanity and please find peace. That is the most important thing that you need when you've lost someone so dear to you. Like, you will go crazy. I swear to you. I am a living witness. If you don't find a happy place and you let everything just get to you, and you're hearing this and you listen to this person, you will go crazy, because I went crazy. Like, my mom was such a beautiful soul. Like, anyone that knew my mom like knew how amazing she was. Like, she was so selfless and will give her last to anyone. And I just don't understand like how someone she was literally like an angel, get me gone. Like, I'm still like, I just don't get it, like, and she worked her butt up. Like, she literally was, I don't think anyone can compare to her. Like, she literally worked her butt up just to make sure that me and my siblings never lacked or suffered. Like, she literally gave us everything. She gave us a good life. I never lacked anything. I never went hungry. I never had ripped clothes. Like, she did that. She gave us everything and more. Like, I can't remember a day that I can say that I wanted or needed something, I never had it. Like, whatever I needed, like, she gave that. Like, she did that. Like, And I remember growing up, I used to be called a spoiled brat because everyone like seen that, like they knew like my mom, like she loved us, she adored us, and she would do anything for us, vice versa. So that's what really pained me the most, that I wasn't able to fully like do that back to her, or give it back to her, however you want to put it. Like, you know, I knew her struggles, and I knew, you know, everything like growing up, like, you know. So it's like now this is a time for me to like, you know, like this is time for me to pay you back and show you how much like I really do appreciate and, you know, and love all your sacrifices. And I can't even do that anymore, like, you know. And oh god, my mom was like a freaking angel. Like, she literally will give her last to a stranger. Like, she just had that heart of gold, I swear. Like that. I literally wanted to be everything my mom was. She was like my biggest role model. I like adored her. I still feel like this big void in my heart. I tried so many times to try to fill it, you know, try to, you know, just feel good for once, and nothing. So I just came to the conclusion that this void will still remain as long as it can, because I definitely feel it. I still feel like empty and alone, and just, you know, going back home was definitely it was definitely bittersweet, because that was my first time going back home to my hometown, like where I was born and where I grew up in like over 20 years. And my first time back after 20 years is to bury the queen, which obviously was very sad, you know. And we were able to come down and give her like the befitting burial that she deserved, and everyone like came out and really showed us support and love. So thank you guys for that. Like, we really do appreciate it. And my mom, she really was like my biggest cheerleader and like my biggest supporter, and she really pushed me to really stop like doubting myself and being scared, and just always taught me that there's no such thing as the right time. Like, it's now or never, like, you know. And she always just pushed a lot of positivity into my life and into everything like I did. So she's the main reason why I even like continue with the ScrubLine, and she literally was right there beside me every step of the way. Like, we did everything together in the project. We found the right manufacturers, we found the right fabrics, we came up with the designs together. It's just really sad that she's not here to, you know, see the final outcome and everything. For the longest, I did not want to work on it when it happened, because I just didn't have like that zeal and the strength to do anything, you know. But eventually, after October, like when we came back, I noticed that I did have some strength and some zeal. I think that was because that was my first time praying in October when we were in church back home. So I definitely felt different. And the project means a lot to me, just for the fact that my mom had some type of role in it as far as like helping me, and we just had big plans for it. See, working on it gave me some sort of purpose back in life, like, you know, like it made me want to give life another chance. So, and it made me feel some sort of happiness knowing that I know my mom will be smiling down where she is, because I know that she always was big on accomplishments and finishing what you started. And I know she'll be very proud to know that I didn't let fear or circumstances to discourage me, and I still, like, you know, forged ahead and was able to finalize it. So I don't know when I'm ready to bring that out like in public, but I know not anytime soon, because I still need some more time, like, you know, to just get back to some sort of normalcy. I don't know when that will ever be, but I'm just taking that one day at a time because I'm not in a rush and I don't want to rush the process. Healing is a very lonely and slow process that you just have to let it take its course, really, you know? And that's what I'm going to do. So yeah, I'm alive, you know? I'm here, I'm trying. That's all I can give you guys right now, you know?